What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Professor Layton vs. Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. Last time, we got... let's think here. We got Inquisitor and Kira together on the witness stand. No, not the witness stand. Yeah, the witness stand, that's right. And... let's see. Kira has finally outed Darklaw for being the lady, the great lady of the Eldritch Woods, blah blah blah, whatever title that is. Of course, she's denying it, so now we just need to prove that. Well now, things are beginning to heat up a little, are they not? Tell me, Defender, have you the means to prove this assertion, that she is from Eldritch Woods? And that she was carrying a Spella with the invisibility robe? Do you actually think that you can prove that I, the High Inquisitor of Labyrinthia, carried the accused into the bell tower? From the looks of it, Miss Kira was supposed to keep quiet about Darklaw's little secret. But she couldn't deal with all of Darklaw's denials and finally found the guts to chime in. I can't let Kira's efforts go to waste. I don't care what stands in my way. I'm gonna find the truth. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present evidence proving that Miss Darklaw did, in fact, carry my client up to the tower. Very well, Defender. You may present your evidence. Show us the evidence that proves Lady Darklaw carried the accused up the bell tower. I think it's this. I think it's the pendant. Let's use a hint coin. I think it's the pendant, though. Oh, they got rid of the pendant. Oh, what is it then? Oh, this is tricky. Crime scene, belfry, footprint sketch. I don't know if that's gonna help. What is it? The robes? Worn by Kira when she was attacked, visible only to Eldritch Woods residents. Is it this? It's the only thing I can think of. I don't like any of these options, honestly. I think I might get this wrong.
Take that!
Oh, crap! No. You're not worthy to stand behind that bench. Oh, no! Take that strange lackey of yours and... oh, take that... yeah. Leave this courtroom. Oh, no. Oh, no. Strange lackey? You don't think she means me, do you? Pretty sure she did. Nick! You're just gonna sit there and let her get away with trash talking me like that? I sure am. Welcome to my world. Anyway, the defense wishes to try again. Please endeavor to make your point more clearly this time, Mr. Wright. Alright, it's a 50-50 chance. You may present your evidence. It's the footprints. It's the footprints. The plan doesn't make sense. It's gotta be the footprints.
Take that!
We only got one life left. It's cutting it close. There was something in your testimony just now that I'm not buying. And that's the footprints that were left at the bell tower. Did I not just finish admitting that those were my footprints? Miss Darklaw, you stated the following. There was no heel on the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footsteps to them as far as possible. However, the reality is, the footprints pictured in the sketch actually do contain a heel. That means something must have prevented you from being able to tiptoe along the footprints that were already there. Prevented? Ah, you mean... That's right, Your Honor. Miss Darklaw, when you climbed up the bell tower tonight, you must have been carrying Miss Cantabella on your back, is that correct? If you remember, it rained quite heavily tonight. That means the stairs must have been quite slippery. With your two hands occupied carrying my client, there would be no safe way for you to tiptoe up the stairs without falling. That right there is the truth behind the footprints on the staircase. Lady Darklaw, you... Fine, I admit it. It is as you say. I donned the robe and made my way up the tower. But I was not alone. I carried both the Spella Cantabella and her little friend up the tower with me. Oh, Eve! Little friend. That black furred creature of hers. Thing is nary ever a second from her side. She must mean Eve. When I arrived at the top of the tower, I saw this girl already there and called out to her. I was very shocked to see the mistress show up in person like that. We're gonna need Luke! We need Luke to get the cat up there. The girl's presence was an inconvenience, so I immediately put her to sleep. Believe it or not, it's just like you said, Defender. I used what remained of Belduke's medicine to put the girl out of the picture. And that's when Miss Kira put up a fight and pulled this pendant right off your neck, correct? That's right. I cannot fathom it. That would mean this pendant actually belongs to you, Lady Darklaw? Darklaw's pendant. Kira ripped it off Darklaw's neck when she was attacked. I just have one question, Miss Darklaw. Why? Why take Espella up the bell tower? Why render her unconscious, and why go through the trouble of sneaking past the guards? What exactly was your aim in all this? I am in no way obliged to answer that question, Defender. What? What makes you say that? Simple. None of this has any relevance to the case at hand, that's why.
Objection!
Miss Darklaw, you rendered the witness unconscious and locked her up at the top of the bell tower. I'd say that is more than a little relevant.
Objection!
Your Honor, if I may. The Inquisition believes the defense's question is to be irrelevant to the current case. Wait. The defense's question to be irrelevant to the current case. Professor, what are you saying? It would seem the defense has forgotten a very important point. Namely, the point of this, Mr. Wright. Huh? The aim of this trial is to find the identity of the Great Witch Bozella. Whether or not Miss Darklaw locked a witness at the top of the bell tower is hardly relevant to the purpose of this trial. Oh, slamming tables yourself, I see. There's one thing that is very clear. Neither Miss Darklaw nor this witness could possibly be Bozella. What? If either one of the two were Bozella, then there would be no need for them to have used this robe of invisibility. They cannot use any magic. Therefore, it is inconceivable that either of them could be the Great Witch, because there is no Great Witch! Right? A rather straightforward argument if there ever was one. Or, I don't know. Or Eve is still the Great Witch, I don't know. I don't know. At the time of the incident, there were 3 people present. Of those 3, 2 used the robe of invisibility to vanish from sight. Leaving only one person, indeed, Miss Cantabella. With this in mind, the larger question is, who is Bozella? Is that not obvious? The accused, the Spella Cantabella, is the only possible answer. Besides, the accused's voice was heard by all the townspeople, chanting the spell Grandworm.
Objection!
Not so fast. I happen to think these witnesses are extremely relevant to this trial. Did you forget about Miss Kira? She supposedly took a one-way trip into that pit of fire over there. And yet, here she is, in one piece, testifying that she returned in order to kill the ruler of Labyrinthia, the storyteller. Then there's Miss Darklaw, who rendered the defendant unconscious and proceeded to transport her up the bell tower. I'd say there's more than enough reason to investigate who these two really are. Only to discover that they are not, in fact, the Great Witch Bozella? I'm saying there's a possibility that these two are somehow related to Bozella. The court will now announce its thoughts on the matter. I must say, what Inquisitor Layton has stated certainly does ring true. However, Lady Darklaw, I have one question I must ask you. What exactly were you hoping to accomplish here tonight? I assure you, 'twas not my intent to deceive the good citizens of Labyrinthia. However, I must now reveal the truth to you all. What did she say? You don't think Lady Darklaw is in league with the witches? She can't be. She was the one that she shouted to be. Lady Darklaw, are you saying that you're... That's right, my lord. I am a shade. Lady Darklaw, will you please tell the court exactly what you mean when you say shade? Of course. I grow weary of standing behind this bench. I will tell you all I can. What the heck is she trying to pull? Why testify about something that could potentially undermine your credibility? Shades live outside the realm of those who dwell within Labyrinthia. To them, I am known as the Great Witch. Those that are put to the flames in the witch trials become shades, who live their lives in the woods. We exist to carry out tasks given to us by our mistress, the Great Witch herself. I am not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit. What on earth? High Inquisitor Darklaw. Do you mean to say that not only are you a witch, but that you're the Great? She just said she isn't. Right? Unbelievable! Lady Darklaw's the Great Witch! The Great Witch! Doesn't that mean she's Basella? That's right! Lady Darklaw is Basella! It's weird, because it's three different people that I gave the same voice to, so... I do hope you have not forgotten what we established only moments ago. It is not possible for Miss Darklaw to be Basella. Bah! Inquisitor Layton! Surely the testimony just now proves it. I am afraid that in the heat of such revelations, you have all misheard the information. 'Tis pointless. This is the extent of what the people of this town will believe. I believe the truth will become clear during our cross-examination. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright? Defender, you may begin your interrogation. Shades live outside the realm of those who dwell within Labyrinthia. To them, I am known as the Great Witch.
Hold it!
Great Witch? That's right. However, I am not Basella. The mistress to those who dwell in the Elderwitch Woods is dubbed the Great Witch. Even if I wanted to be Basella, I couldn't, as the ever-so-charming Inquisitor stated earlier. I cannot use magic. Miss Darklaw, I have one question. What do you mean by live outside the realm? I mean just that, Inquisitor. We truly do live in a realm separate from this town. Now, surely one as intelligent as yourself has worked out the answer by now, no? Perhaps. That remains to be seen, Miss Darklaw. Regardless, 'tis something we cannot discuss with anyone. But it is something that the defense should be able to prove. Wait a minute. What doesn't make sense to me is why Maya couldn't see the invisibility robe. She went through the flames, she went to the other side, so technically she should be a shade, even if she wasn't inducted into the blah 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 and put on a robe. So she should technically be a shade, I don't understand. Oh well, that almost sounds like a challenge. By the way, Miss Darklaw, since you're not actually a witch, why do you continue to be called that? To answer that, I must first discuss the true identity of the Shades. Those that are put to the flames in the witch trials become Shades, who live their lives in the woods.
Hold it!
So you're saying that the Kira here right now is a shade version of the Kira from before. Indeed, Defender. The girl has no recollection of her life prior to living in those woods. What manner of witchery is this? Why? This girl, Kira, the flower seller, was cast straight to the flames before our very eyes. That's right, Your Honor. But as you can see, she didn't die. You see, there's actually a trick to the incineration device in the witch's court. A trick? Once the verdict has been delivered, the court attendants move the steel cage into position, after which it seals shut. Then, the cage is dropped down into a pit of fire. The bottom of the cage then opens, allowing the witch inside to escape unharmed into an underground passage. If what you're saying is true, Defender, then what of this town's witch purging history? What has been the purpose of all this? You and the knights have indeed been try that again. You and the knights try that a third time. You and the knights have indeed been ridding Labyrinthia of witches. However, nary a single life has been taken in the process. That is the reality. Bah! You cannot truly expect me to believe such a ridiculous notion. Your Honor, it's true! Who is it? Who is it? Oh, take a good hard look. It doesn't get any more alive than this. It's you! I am May! Good enough, it's close enough. Well, it's actually Maya Fey, your forgetfulness. What the fuck are you doing? Everyone's gonna recognize you! Yeah, but seeing is believing, Nick. Now they have to believe you. Do you see? Are you satisfied? Are you not entertained? All those found guilty in the witch trials lose their names, magic, and memory. Well, except Maya. Maya did not lose her memory. What's that all about, huh? They are then sent to spend their lives as shades in the Eldritch Woods. And the mistress of those shades is the Great Witch. As you can see, this girl too has become a shade. I have no more words to express my utter disbelief at this situation. That's enough. Shall we return to the testimony? Why do I have the feeling things are going to get a lot worse? We exist to carry out tasks given to us by our mistress, the Great Witch herself.
Hold it!
These tasks you mentioned, were you acting on them this evening? Yes, I was told to come here and become Bazella. Wait just a moment, witness. Did you just say, become Bazella? How absolutely dreadful! Why would anyone be given such a terrible task? Where have these shades come from? Order. I'm sorry. I don't know why I was given such a task. All I can do is follow the orders I am given. If I can do that, then I can return. What do you mean you can return? Such is the nature of the shades. Neither human nor witch. Theirs is an existence spent in the shadows. Each of the shades is given specific tasks. Then, upon successfully completing such tasks, they are allowed to return to Labyrinthia as brand new people. Lady Darklaw, how can they return as brand new citizens? When we already know who they were. For instance, we all recognize the former flower seller standing before us. Ah, our memories must be fiddled with. Now that, my lord, remains a secret. But a secret you will come to understand sooner rather than later. Simply baffling. The one who gives us our tasks is the Great Witch. That would be you, Lady Darklaw. Oh, magnificent one. While this explanation is wrought with much I cannot comprehend, I request the witnesses added to their testimony. Okay. Lady Darklaw was our venerable mistress. She assigned us our tasks. She was the Great Witch.
Hold it!
So, about these tasks, can you give us any other examples? A shade's tasks must never be discussed with others, no matter what. Okay. She says that even though she just finished telling us all about her secret task. Exactly. Incidentally, do you perhaps remember when you arrived back in town to carry out your orders? Well, not really. My memory is still a little fuzzy. Say, didn't Kira only just recently become one of those shade thingies? Still, I failed in my task tonight. Come to think of it, when Luke and I had our little run-in with Kira, I remember being blown clear across the marketplace. But I never saw any explosives or gunpowder. Maybe Kira was given the task of blowing you to smithereens. And we're done. Getting back to the testimony. I'm sure there's something here that just doesn't add up. I am not a witch, nor am I a wandering spirit.
Hold it!
You really don't have any recollection of your old flower-selling self, do you? I don't. When a witch becomes a shade, they lose all memory of their past life. They lose their memories. But why? And yet you still have some grasp of the concept of magic, do you not, witness? Let me spell it out for you. Magic does not exist in the Eldritch Woods. Oh, but there are actually lots of things back in the forest that I've not seen in this town. Like really huge machines, that sort of thing. There's one that spits out fire with such amazing speed, and then it expels these huge plumes of gray smoke. A machine that spits fire? Never have I heard of such a thing. Are you certain that these machines of which you are Are you certain that these machines of which you speak are not simply magic? You know, now that you mention it, I don't think anyone from this town can actually see those of us from the forest. Could it be something like the robe? How can such a thing even be possible without magic?
Objection.
Miss Darklaw, if I may interrupt for just a moment. What is it, Inquisitor Layton? Through your testimony just now, we have all come to understand the process of how one becomes a shade. However, I was hoping you could perhaps elaborate on one additional point. Namely, what exactly is the purpose behind the shades? And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. So have a lovely Friday and stay tuned next Monday for the next episode. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye!